Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and one of many Spider-Man No Way Home's curiosities is Peter Parker's new suit. No, not that one, the other one. No, not that one either. We're getting colder. I'm talking about the gold integrated suit. But to be fair, Peter does have quite a few costume changes in this movie, but I think there's a reason. Because the story behind Peter's acquisition of this integrated suit actually tells us a lot about the film, Peter's relationship with his villains, and with his alternate selves. So let's break down everything we know about this No Way Home integrated suit. One of the most interesting details about this suit is that Peter seems to switch in or out of it relatively quickly, seemingly within one moment of the same scene. In the second trailer, Peter is wearing the gold integrated suit as he leaps to catch the Green Goblin pumpkin grenade as it explodes. This location looks like the lobby of the Feast Homeless Outreach Center, based on the Feast truck parked out front of the building as it's attacked from the outside. And we see Aunt May running through this lobby as the police lights are flickering on the walls coming from the outside. But then there's another shot of Aunt May patting Peter's chest, both of them looking a little cooked as if they were in the vicinity of a fire or an explosion. However, you will notice that Peter in this shot is now not wearing the gold integrated suit, but rather his red fabric suit from the end of Far From Home that he is wearing in the opening act of No Way Home. So what's going on here? Well, this distinction might tell us something about the functionality of the gold integrated suit, which if you look at the shots we've seen in other promo footage and in the close-up visualizations that we've gotten from official merch, they show us that this suit is really a combination of the metal armor Peter had in his Iron Spider suit and the classic red fabric that he had in his past suits. And the gold components may be connected to the golden Iron Spider appendages that this gold integrated suit still seems capable of releasing. These parts may be all that is left of Peter's Iron Spider armor after Doc Ock absorbs the red nanotech from Peter's suit onto Otto's arms. You know, getting these nerd theories wrong sucks, but you know what sucks worse? Wet socks! Especially this time of year. To keep your little piggies dry, you don't have to resort to wearing some big old nasty boots. You can wear some sleek, comfortable Vessi shoes. Thank you to Vessi for sponsoring this video. You're welcome, Erik. Don't talk to me, shoes. I only talk to you. I just want to be a friend. Vessis are the perfect everyday shoe. Vessis are sustainably made knit sneakers that are 100% waterproof. They keep your winter feet dry and warm without any of the clunkiness of boots. Ah! Ow! They're made with this Dymatex material that's super easy to clean with just a rinse of water.
Oh no! I spilled water all over my feetsy weetsies, but my oinky oinkies are bone dry like the Dune Sea. Thanks, Vessi.
Hey, whatever the season, Vessis are truly an everyday shoe. Keep them by your door. Wear them no matter whatever the weather. And thank me later. There's no place like dry feet. There's no place like dry feet. There's no Oh, we're doing an ad. Check out Vessi in the link below and use the code NEWROCKSTARS to get $25 off. What? Your Vessi shoes? Also, get up to 30% off on select Vessi Vault items from December 6th to January 1st. What a deal! Thanks, Vessi. You're welcome. Now, aesthetically, this functions as a kind of reversal of the tech-heavy Iron Man-ization of Spider-Man suits that some viewers have griped about in the MCU take on the character. If you think about it, leaving only the gold parts does mirror the evolution that Tony Stark's first red and gold armor took when he designed the Mark III in the first Iron Man film. His armor was originally going to be a purely gold titanium alloy.
A little ostentatious, don't you think?
What was I thinking? You're usually so discreet.
Tell you what, throw a little hot rod red in there.
Yes, that should help you keep a low profile.
Boy, oh boy, do I miss the sass Bettany brought into the MCU before they gave him a body with a purple, you know. But Peter wears the gold integrated suit for most of the battle at the Statue of Liberty in No Way Home, making that quick change with the shot of Aunt May post-explosion an interesting mystery. It makes me wonder that in order to save Aunt May from that exploding grenade, Peter's golden components from his suit might detach and then reassemble into protective armor around Aunt May, a sort of restaging of that big Iron Man 3 moment when Tony Stark used his Mark 42 components to wrap around Pepper Potts and protect her from from that blast. And when you think about it, the plating on the Mark 42 armor was light gold, and long after that version of the armor was retired and replaced with later models in Age of Ultron and Civil War and Homecoming, that movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, randomly brought back the Iron Man Mark 42 armor as an Easter egg in that film, one of the suits in the Stark jet as Happy Hogan transported the last of Tony's stuff out of Avengers Tower, the jet that the Vulture was trying to hijack. And now we know this film, No Way Home, is scavenging from old Stark tech, with Electro using Tony Stark's old generation new element arc reactor Mark 1 or Mark 2 with the triangular inlay that Tony invented in Iron Man 2, and then continued to use a version of in Iron Man 3 until he threw it off the coast of Malibu and replaced it with a wearable chest reactor in the future MCU titles. So who knows? The gold components of Peter's integrated suit could come from the same Tony Stark Mark 42 armor. And this again puts the mystery of Avengers Tower back in the spotlight for No Way Home. Tony Stark sold it to some unknown new occupant back in Spider-Man Homecoming, and Spider-Man Far From Home teased that that new owner must be remodeling it by having Peter glide through a newly constructed atrium in that tower in the final scene. Ever since, the mystery remained dormant until episode 2 of Hawkeye, when Clint Barton and Kate Bishop had this exchange.
Let me guess, we're going to your safe house? Is it an Avengers Tower?
No, Tony sold that a few years ago.
That is so sad on so many levels.
Now just tell me who bought Avengers Tower?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They sold Avengers Tower. Actually, I do know who bought Avengers Tower.
See nothing. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see that.
If the big reveal in this Hawkeye series is truly going to be Wilson Fisk Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, someone desperate to acquire items scavenged from Avengers real estate, that would pose Kingpin as a possible collector or supplier of this former Stark tech in Spider-Man No Way Home and that new occupant of Avengers Tower, which seems like a very real possibility, especially if Charlie Cox Matthew Murdock actually does show up in this movie as well. Really, I think Peter's progression into the gold integrated suit will be, as the suit progressions always are in these movies, a function of what the plot needs from him and his own character growth, like a hermit crab outgrowing his shell. In this case, Peter's return to the old school fabric could be a move he makes at the behest of and with the engineering guidance of alternate Peter Parkers, and neither of whom had an Iron Man or an Iron Man lab to help them stitch their suits. It's something they did themselves, and one of whom had to build his own web shooters. That's one of the bigger design upgrades of the integrated suit over the Iron Spider armor. The Iron Spider had these bulky web shooters covering Peter's wrists, giving Peter's arms a kind of Mega Man silhouette. The web shooters on his new integrated suit are more flush with his wrist, hidden under the fabric. Practically speaking, this gives Peter's hands more flexibility and maneuverability with how precisely he can aim his web shooters, which will come in handy when he needs that hand to catch a fallen girlfriend. Tom Holland himself may have referenced this whole DIY spirit of the Peter Parker legacy by sharing on his Instagram story a meme of Tobey Maguire Peter Parker's very first DIY suit at the wrestling ring. So yeah, it really does seem like Peter's integrated suit seems to begin at least as an upgrade free from the nanotech that Doc Ock would snatch away from him, but then as a metaphor of Peter's progression into a hybrid of that DIY fabric that he returns to after his world integrates with other parallel realities and alternate Peters, but still possibly incorporating components of the gold-plated past from his start in this cinematic universe. Integration! Hey, to support this channel, check out one of our great merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis and breakdowns of everything Marvel. Thanks for watching. Bye.